Okay.
Speaking of numbers and remakes or at least sequels, surprise, surprise, Avatar is at the top of the box office again.
Yeah, no surprise. Mm.
Um, Megan put in good numbers. I looked it up, and it's a $12 million movie, and so far it's made 54 million internationally. So they probably spent a good decent chunk advertising it, but they're they're doing fine.
Yeah, yeah, that's a solid opening for a movie being released in January. Especially a niche horror movie like this. Yeah,
Yep. There's a certain wisdom in putting out a good movie in January because what else is your competition besides holdovers? Like I think the Lego movie came out in January and that did good numbers because what else was there to watch?
yeah, true. D Rhino says I heard about that Zoe 101 movie coming out. I don't know anything about that.
Haven't heard about it. No.
Yeah,
Let's take a look. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much the only thing. Puss in Boots is still
yeah,
making money. Big whoop. So basically, you could almost copy paste our thing from last week.
yeah.
Um,
Zoe to the max. Is that it?
no, that's from 2015.
Oh,
Um, yeah, so sorry to you, Rhino. I don't know anything about the Zoe 101 movie.
yeah. I don't know anything about it either. I don't. Haven't really. I That's
Okay,
a
so
Dis
it was a TV show.
right Disney Channel, I believe.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't watch really any uh, Disney Channel stuff, especially live action Disney. Just kind of.
Yeah, not really my thing either. Um,
Yeah.
More interesting though is so we did a little bit of research and last week we had realized that there were some strange things because I had always taken the DEG watch at home chart to account for streaming services like Netflix, HBO Max, and so on.
Hmm.
Um, but what kind of revealed it was noticing that Knives Out was in there, but Knives Out 2 was not.
Hmm.
And that there was some other Avatar 1 was in here. No, not
Yeah.
Avatar 1. Basically, there were enough movies in here that were there without their sequel that it made me think, wait, something's weird here.
Yeah.
And it turns out that what the DEG, which is Digital Entertainment Guide, I think,
Yeah.
oh, group, excuse me, Digital Entertainment Group. This is actually a much more interesting number than I thought it was. It's a combination of digital rentals and purchases. So if you buy it through Xbox, iTunes, Amazon, what have you, uh, if you buy a Blu-ray or DVD, or and this kind of surprised me, if you rent it from a service like Redbox,
Mm.
which I didn't think that they I didn't think that they would reveal those numbers to anybody if I was at Redbox. So that's very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. Trying to. Yeah.
So what that tells you is that Black Adam going from second to 13th doesn't represent more people signing up for HBO Max. It tells you that that's people putting their money where their mouth is and buying it on digital.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the discs are out yet.
I don't think they are either. Let me do a quick
Uh,
look
Also
here.
tells you that Top Gun Maverick being so high up there, or Yellowstone for that matter, doesn't represent a lot of people signing up for HBO Max. It tells
Mhm.
you that it's a lot of people buying it physically or digitally.
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
oh yeah,
Black Cat. Yeah.
it
Yeah.
also
Go ahead.
represents blue. It also represents. No, I already said that. Never mind.
Oh yeah. Black Adam is out on Blu-ray and 4K.
Okay, so there might be some people buying it.
Yeah.
But so this what this actually represents is people plunking things down, which tells you that Knives Out is having a nice secondary go in the market because
Mm.
the first or the Glass Onion sequel coming to Netflix.
Yeah.
It tells you that this Ticket to Paradise movie is continuing to hang in there and earn some extra money for good old George Clooney and Julia Roberts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lyle Lyle Crocodile, which I only have a relationship with because of the kids'
Mhm.
cartoons or the kids' book,
Yeah.
uh, is still in there making money, and so on.
Yeah.
Also, Yellowstone shows up in here multiple times, which that now makes more sense if it's individual things people are buying.
Yeah. D Rhino says, let's all hate on Black Velma. Is that racist? Oh, well, I'm black. I can say it. Yes.
The best summary, we're not going to cover that because other
Yeah.
people have already, and it's like it's more fun to talk about things that have a chance to be good or are just egregious and worth getting out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the best summary I heard on this afternoon was the Critical Drinkers podcast, where his summary was, it's like if um, uh, it's like if the bunch of us sat down and heard that there was a 2023 version of a Velma cartoon coming out, and we just made it up knowing nothing about it. Like, well, of course you'd have to be black and gay. Well, of course, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it's from everything I've heard, it's cringe, and I did not expect anything different. Yeah,
yes, exactly. Like the hilarious backfire. That's Wizard of the Coast new OGL, which
and
boy, that's
yeah, we're gonna get into that. Yeah,
yes. Uh, but yeah, I'm putting Velma in the look. It's a hangover from peak woken Hollywood. We're not
Mhm.
even going to give it the oxygen. Just let it go die on HBO Max where nobody will watch it.
Exactly. Yeah,
There's a lot of stupid stuff in the pipe that's going to come out the next couple of years.
yeah,
Uh, that represents old Hollywood thinking. We'll just have to, we just get to point and laugh occasionally,
yes,
but ultimately it can't hurt us.
exactly. Yeah, but yeah, it's an interesting. Yeah, this chart is just really interesting, and it kind of tells me that yeah, that people who because a lot of these things are available on streaming, but people are like, well, no, they still want to buy either a physical or at least have some kind of ownership on it, which is I would say is a good thing.
Yep. Or they're saying, screw paying $15 for HBO Max. I'll just rent it for 6 or whatever they're charging.
Right. Yeah. It's,
Huh. I've heard. Okay, As Good as Dead. This must have just gone straight to DVD
oh
because
yeah.
it doesn't, because if it's on here, then it's not probably on Netflix or whatever. Huh.
Well, yeah. Well, it's got Michael Jai White and Tom Berenger, so yeah, it probably
Uh,
straight to
those
video.
are names that I only sort of know vaguely.
Yeah, Michael Jai White he's one of these action guys who's B movie action guys who's does movies like that all the time to
Mm,
pay his taxes or whatever. And Tom
so
Berenger's kind of a washed up actor from the '80s.
okay, so what I'm hearing is that they'd be perfect to show up in Expendables 4.
Yes.
And also, Holy makes a point. This isn't a very nerdy list. Like all that's really nerdy in here is Black Adam. And
um,
does horror movie count as nerdy?
I would say so. Yeah,
Okay, so we got some of that. And Avatar, I think we established that's science
is
fiction for plumbers.
oh yeah, yeah,
Not for people who sit around like obsessing about science fiction or really thinking it through. It's more just like I like how that looks.
yeah.
But so speaking of things that are upcoming,
Mm.
we're going